5, the median and range solutions. I wish I had an iPad so that I could just cross out when I was trying to work out the median, but I don't, so you guys are just going to have to picture or imagine that I'm crossing out numbers, okay? So, using the data set 6, 7, 7, 8, 12, this is the same data set as we used for the mean and mode last time, we need to find the median. Now, the median is the middle number, and the way you can remember that is median sounds like medium, okay? And medium means middle. So we're looking for the number that's right in the middle of the data set, but the data set has to be ordered correctly. So is this in chronological order with the smallest number first and the largest number last? Yes, it is. It's in increasing order, so that's a good start. And now we just need to find the number that's in the middle. All right, so what we can do is we can imagine that we're crossing out this number here on the end and the first number, and then we can imagine that we're crossing out the second last number and the second number, and then we're left with one number in the middle, okay? Because we crossed out the same amount on both sides. So the number in the middle is 7, so the median is 7. Okay, let's find the range now. So the range is super easy. It's just the highest score minus the lowest score. So our highest score here is 12, and our lowest score is 6. So it's just 12 minus 6, which is 6. All right, let's find the median of this data set. So we've got a couple more scores here, so it's a little more difficult to visualize. Usually I'd be crossing these numbers out, okay? I cross out the first, I cross out the last. I cross out the second, I cross out the second last. I cross out the third, I cross out the third last. And then I'm left with one in the middle, okay? And that's how you find the middle. So our middle value is 4. Our middle score is 4. Okay, find the range. So again, it's just the highest score, which is 6, minus the lowest score, which is 2. So 6 minus 2, so our range is 4. Oh, so our median and our range were the same. Interesting. Okay, using this data set now, let's find the median. So are they in ascending order? Let's check. 19, 21, 23, 24, 26, 27. Yes, they're in ascending order, so we're all good to start finding the median. Now we need to cross off the first and the last. We cross off the second and the second last. And now we've got 2 in the middle. We can't cross off the third and the third last because we'll be left with no more scores. So because we've got 2 in the middle, because we've got an even number of scores, what we do is we just find the average of these 2 in the middle. So the average is the mean. And remember, the formula for mean was just adding up the scores and dividing by the number of scores. So we just need to add up these scores and divide them by 2. So 23 plus 24 divided by 2 is 23 and a half. And that gives us our median because we didn't have one number that was in the middle. We had 2 numbers in the middle. So we had to find the average or the mean of those 2 numbers. Okay, find the range. Again, it's just the highest score, which is 27, minus the lowest score, which is 19. So 27 minus 19 is 8. All right, the median here. Now, this is where we have to be careful. So I might record myself working out this question because these are not in ascending order. So our first step is that we need to put them in ascending order to find the median. So I'll just stop recording. All right, so here's our data set here. Now we said we needed to rearrange this so that it was in ascending order to find the median. So we just need to find the smallest score, which is 8, the lowest score. Then the second lowest, so we've done 8. The second lowest is 9, and we've got 2 9s. Done 9. Then we've got a 10. We've got 3 11s. And we've got 1 12. All right, so now it's in ascending order. So now we can find the median quite easily. All we need to do is find the middle. The median is the middle. So we cross off the first and the last, cross off the second and the second last, the third and the third last, Now we've got two scores in the middle here. So in order to find the median, we just need to find the mean of these two scores, or the average of these two scores. And the way we do that is it's the sum of the scores divided by the number of scores, and there's only two. That's our mean. So our mean is 10.5 or 10.5, okay? So the mean of these two numbers is 10.5, which means that the median of the entire data set is 10.5. Okay, so we're back to this question. We just found the median was 10.5, and now we need to find the range. The range is just the highest score minus the lowest score. Now remember, the highest score was 12 because it wasn't in order, and the lowest was 8. So 12 minus 8 is 4. Okay, so here we've got another data set, and again, it's not in ascending order. So again, I'm going to switch over to my camera and my pen and paper. Okay, so we've got our data set here. We've got 5 scores. The lowest is minus 37 because it's a negative number. Then the second lowest, well, we've done that, would be minus 4, another negative number. Then the lowest score is going to be 23 after that. We're just rearranging in ascending order, 56, and then the highest is 65. So now it's in ascending order, so we can find the median. And the way we do that, the median is just the middle, so we just need to cross off the outer scores until we get to the middle. So cross out the first and the last, cross out the second and the second last, and we've only got one in the middle here. It's 23, so that's our median. So our median is 23. That our median was 23, and now the range is just going to be the highest score. So the highest score was 65 minus the lowest score. Now the lowest score was negative 37. So remember to put that minus in on your calculator when you're calculating. So you're going to have 65 minus, that's just a subtraction, and now we need to put another minus for this negative number. So this is going to be that small minus that's underneath your fraction button, and then 37, okay? So 65 minus negative 37. So there should be two minuses next to each other, and we should end up with 102. Okay, here's another data set that's not in ascending order, so we're going to have to rearrange it, reorder it again. So again, let's go over to pen and paper. All right, so let's order this in ascending order. We need to find the lowest score first. So the lowest score is 2.7. I can't see any other scores that are lower than that. So we've got two scores that are 2.7. Then our second lowest score is going to be 3.8. Then we've got 4.1. Then 6.5, and there's two 6.5s. So make sure we put both in. And then finally our highest score, which is 8.3. Okay, now it's in ascending order. We can find the middle score, or the median. So we just need to cross out the first and last, cross out the second and second last, cross out the third and third last, and we're left with 4.1 in the middle. That's our median, 4.1. Coming back, we just found that the median was 4.1, and the range is just going to be the highest score, 8.3, minus the lowest score, 2.7. So the range is going to be 5.6. Now, if there are 9 scores in order in a data set, the median is going to be, okay, so if we've got 9 scores, let's try and visualize this again. So I'll go back to pen and paper again. Okay, so let's try and visualize this. We've got 9 scores in our data set. So we've got score 1, we've got score 2, score 3, this is the third score, the fourth score, the fifth score, the sixth score, the seventh score, the eighth score, and finally score 9, the ninth score. Now, our median is going to be our middle number. Let's assume these are all in order now. So our middle number is our middle number is going to be the fifth score, score 5. So our answer to question 7 is the fifth score. Okay, using this data set, we need to find the median, but as you can see, some of these scores are in grams and some of them are in kilograms. So we need to change them all to the same unit. And the question is asking us for the median in grams and the range in grams. So I think it's probably best if we change them all to grams. So 780 grams, that's already in grams, all good. 1.4 kilos, well, we know that there's 1,000 grams in a kilo. So that means that this is the same as 1.4 times 1,000 or 1,400 grams, 1,400 grams. Okay, so you might like to write this down. In fact, I think I'm going to have to flip over again to pen and paper, so I may as well write it as I go. So I'll keep going on pen and paper. Okay, so this was our data set and we already started converting to grams. So this is already in grams. This we just had to multiply it by 1,000 to get kilos converted into grams. So it turns out that it's 1,400 grams. This one we need to multiply by 1,000 as well because it's not in grams. So 2,300 grams. And then lastly, this one's already in grams. Now, it's not in ascending order. So we also need to put it in ascending order because they are asking us to find the median. So they need us to find the middle. So it needs to be in order so that we can find the middle. So the smallest score is 780. Then we've got 940, then 1,400, and then finally 2,300. Okay, so now it's in order, it's increasing as we go along. So we can now find the middle, the median, cross out the first and last. Now we've got 2 in the middle because it was an even number of scores. So that just means that we need to find the average of these 2 scores, or the mean of these 2 scores. And the way that we do that is we just add up the scores, find the sum of the scores, and then divide it by the number of scores, which is 2. So in this case, our median is going to be the average of these 2 scores, which is 940 plus 1,400 divided by 2, which is 1,170 grams. That's our median score. We said that our median was 1,170 grams, and now we need to find our range. So that's just going to be the largest score, which was 2,300 grams, this score here, minus the lowest score, which was 780 grams, and that ends up being 1,520 grams.